Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah. It's off the cuff, 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 yeah. It's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, it's off the cuff, yeah.
This is God ordained. Get in position, cause we on a mission, fulfilling this vision, releasing contention, and it's God we praise. The one who keeps us from falling, receiving this faultless. Ooh, that man is awesome. You see, it's every day we celebrate. Right now it's time for us to elevate. So get your hands up, cause Hosanna's great. And see, they call it off the cuff because we tailor-made.
Off the cuff, yeah. Off the cuff, yeah.
What's up? Welcome to OTC University, also known as Off the Cuff.
Off the easy.
Yeah. Let me welcome those who are listening to the show for the first time. I am Bobby, and the crew is in the house with me tonight. Go ahead, holler at the folks. Eric.
What's up, y'all?
Go ahead, little Chad.
The truth is what it is.
It is what it is. Tonight we got a hot topic for you, for real. It's all over the radio, all over the internet, on your cell phone. Single men and women have been doing this online dating thing for real.
For a minute.
Now, personally, of course, let me put this out there. I ain't down with it.
Right.
No, because I'm old school. I believe in seeing folks eyeball to eyeball.
Yeah.
I don't believe in none of that online holler at me and tell me some lies kind of stuff.
You can see some of that stank on them.
Yes, sir. So we're going to look at it from the rooter to the tutor, you know, that online dating issue. So before we get into this pretty heavy topic, let's jump into this current event, man. Go ahead, Chad.
Well, now, the first thing before we start talking about the little current events, I want to touch on voting.
Please.
Voting, we've been talking about it every show, and we're going to talk about it all the way up to the election. What we want you to do this time around, though, is going to put a challenge out, not only just to you, but a challenge for you to challenge your friends, at least 10 of your friends out here. Give them a call, see if they're registered to vote. If they're not registered to vote, they have an excuse, well, I'm not at a computer, I'm driving or whatever, then you go to your computer. Sit down while you have them on the phone and get them registered to vote. People, this is serious.
That's right.
This is serious here. You know, it is not a game. So, you know, talk to your friends, help them out. You know, get yourself registered to vote as well. That's what's most important right now.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But I want to jump. I mean, since you got them ready to vote, let's get into that debate, man.
We got to talk about
we got to talk about the debate because I heard somebody say that Mitt Romney was a professional prolific liar. Yes. So tell us why you call him a professional prolific liar, Eric.
Because, well, first of all, we need to give him an Oscar.
You got some glit on your eye, though.
Leave that alone. Keep it moving. So he's a professional prolific liar.
He's a prolific liar.
Yeah, he should win an Oscar.
He deserves an Oscar. Emmy for that performance that he gave. You know, because and I gotta admit, when Obama came out, you know, I looked at him, I was like, you know, he looked like, sort of had to look like, you know, I really don't feel like being here.
It was his anniversary, man.
Right. It was his anniversary. I mean, I understand. Michelle was looking good too.
He had Michelle down there, you know.
Yeah. And he apologized to her. He said, you know, this won't be happening again. You know. So, you know, I
remember them last anniversaries. Where he was at. What he was doing.
So he was like, so he looked sort of disengaged. A couple of times he just shook his head when Mitt was talking, just like, I can't believe he just even coming out of his mouth. That's the look he had on his face, you know. But Mitch was just getting on my last nerve, you know. But the thing about it is that people looking at him, he gave a great performance. That's all he gave was a performance.
Yes, he did.
But when everything came out as far as his facts are concerned, he was lying.
You know what was interesting about the facts is that he mentioned Medicare, and he talked about the voucher program, because President Obama brought it up.
Exactly.
So how Mitt Romney responds to it is that I want people to have a choice. I think Americans should have a choice. The reality is that the choice that you have will be the worst of the two choices, because as I said before, if you have a voucher from the government and your bill is $6,000 and your voucher is $3,000, then how are you going to pay the other $3,000?
Right.
But that's Mitt Romney's plan.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't really say that. He just say, we want you to have a choice. Because I think Americans ought to have a choice.
Right.
But in reality,
Mitt was playing politics.
that's not a choice.
That's all he was doing. He was playing politics. He was like, I'm going to tell the people what I think they want to hear.
Yes.
And most of it was going to be based on what Obama was running his platform on.
Exactly.
And as a result of that, maybe if I can change what I'm saying, then I can sway some of Obama's votes to my side, even though I'm telling a lie.
Right, even though he lied. Right. Right.
And in the immortal words of who? What's that fella's name? What was that little black dude's name? What was the dude's name? Flavor Flav, the ugly guy.
Flavor Flav.
Don't believe the hype.
Right. I know, man. I know.
Don't believe the hype.
Well, when President Obama talked about Mitt Romney's plan going to add $5 trillion to the deficit, plus the $2 million that he's going to add to the military, that the military hasn't even requested yet.
Right.
Now, the real deal is that, looking at the fact checkers on that, it's not really $5 trillion. It's more like $4.5 trillion.
Right.
But if you round it off, it's $5 trillion.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? And then the $2 trillion, that, how are you going to pay for that? That's a real reality. Because right now, President Obama is raising taxes on the upper echelon people, so that they pay more than their fair share.
The 1%.
But in reality, if you go with Mitt Romney's plan, he's got to dip into my pocket, the less than $250,000 folks. And that's everybody that's listening on the radio right now.
Right.
So everybody listening on the radio need to understand the challenge here.
Right.
That's why you got to get 10 people in your same tax bracket and tell them that they need to vote for President Obama.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you something, if you don't do that, when the taxes start coming out on you, come May of next year, I don't want to hear nothing about we should have had the president back. Because them taxes going to come hard and heavy.
That Mitt lied because he already has shown that he's a liar.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So I'm just letting you know now, if you decide that you're going to wait till the end to vote, if you're not going to get the people out to vote, and President Obama doesn't get back in, hear me.
And I don't want to hear you if you didn't vote. Don't come to me complaining. I'm going to slap you.
Because here's the way he's got to get jobs open up again. The way he's going to try to get jobs open up again is give tax break to larger companies. So then they make more money. Then if they make more money, they will hire more people.
Right.
But how he's going to deal with that, he's going to tax more people. So yeah, the market's going to appear like it's going forward again, but it's going to be just like it was when Bush was in office. So that trick to the trade will put us right back to where we were before President Obama got in.
Right.
Because they've been giving money to those larger companies. At least Obama is on, I'm going to give money to the larger companies if they bring their companies back.
There you go.
Exactly.
From overseas.
There you go. That's real talk.
Outsourced everything.
That's real talk.
Back to the U.S. and create some jobs that way. Keep the
that's
workers
real
at
talk.
home.
That's the key right there. Bring them back over here. Those big companies back over here, man.
That's real talk.
That's why we suffer.
This dude, man, who was talking to me this week, he got a job. He works down in Alabama for Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And he said that they laid off 200 people down in Alabama for Blue Cross and Blue Shield. And I was like, well, what's that got to do with President Obama? He said that's President Obama's fault. I said the reality is this. Back in the Bush era, when they could change premiums and charge you whatever they wanted to, basically, they got big fat and they hired extra people. Now President Obama has restricted that and put regulation in so they can't just charge you what they want to. So now they got to cut all the folks that they hired because they was making money hand over fist. So listen, if they can't be responsible for what they have put into motion, then they should fire some folks and get back within standard.
Yeah, because there was no accountability.
None at all.
And that's what happened with most of these larger companies. And when there's no accountability with these larger companies, then you end up with potential situations like the Enron.
There you go. Exactly.
And all that other stuff.
Exactly.
So people got to look at the bigger picture.
That's why. Go ahead, bro.
Buying into what these Republicans are saying. Don't buy. That's why I said don't buy into the propaganda and all this other nonsense that you see on television. If you're not doing your own research, you're doing a disjustice to yourself. You're doing a disjustice to this country and to your kids. Because everything that's taking place or that Obama's trying to put in motion now, he actually needs this next 4 years and probably 4 more after that. Really to see a lot of this stuff.
Exactly. And because I got a daughter in college, if she wasn't currently, if I wasn't able to cover her in my insurance still, what would her premium be? Just think about that.
That's true.
What would my college freshman, in order to have health insurance, what would her premium be at 18 years old? Dude, come on.
Come on. I'm telling you, when he changed it, that was a blessing.
Come on, man. I'm just telling you, folks that don't have children right now, or you got a child that's, 12, 13, 14, you need to be thinking about this. Because if Mitt Romney get in, don't worry about it. You'll be paying $400 a month for your 18-year-old that's in college. Don't call me. Don't call Obama. It'd be too late then. We got to make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying?
We just got to look at you got to look past what Mitch did. You got to look past what people are saying on the news or on the radio, talking about he won this round and all that type of stuff. Listen, rarely or if ever did you see Muhammad Ali knock anybody out in the first round.
Oh, it doesn't happen.
It was always a game of chess for him. He always sets you up for the kill.
Yeah.
And you got to look at it in this sense right here. Like Obama knows what he's doing. There's no way he's going to come into this and just be dumb. He's not a dumb president, as somebody once said.
He's got a plan.
Climb through the TV like that girl on the ring and strangle him. But he got
that was a good movie.
But President Obama ain't stupid. He's very intelligent. He know what he's doing.
He's got a plan.
So this little thing right here, there's more debates coming.
Sure is.
So ain't no time to panic and
Now the drunk uncle debates next week. Drunk uncle. That's Biden. That's your drunk uncle,
brother Joe.
Now I'm only gonna watch the debate. I'm only going to watch the vice president debate because I want to see Biden say your mama. I can't wait.
He going to say it.
Because Paul Ryan and him going to have to get it in, boy.
And then Ryan going to come back in. He going to say, I'm going to reach over there and slap you. You got the wrong one up in here.
Yes.
Up in here.
Yeah.
But I'm excited about it. Well, let's get into this topic tonight, man. This online topic thing right here. All right? Y'all ready for this right here?
I'm ready. Let's roll, man.
All right, so what is online dating? Online dating is sites that provide matchmaking services for single men and women over the globe. This thing has really spread too. According to the recent study by Match.com, 1 in 5 single people have dated someone they met online. That they met online dating sites. Additionally, 1 in 5 relationships have started on an online dating site. Now, though dating sites may bring single people together, it is important to know the advantages and the disadvantages of online dating service because some people don't think it's disadvantages to it.
Some folks thinking about it. I can hear them thinking about it right now. Like, do they know my business?
Right. Chad, tell us about it.
Well, some of the advantages, let's get into that a little bit. Let me first say that online dating is not for losers. According to studies that were done by Peter J. Falkenberg, PM, a cyber psychologist, if you know what that is.
Stop. Wait. So online dating is not for losers.
It's not for losers.
It's for the winners. I don't understand.
All I said is it's not for losers, Bobby. I ain't saying it's for winners. I just said it's not for losers.
Okay. It just seemed a little different.
It's some sensitive people like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There's some sensitive people. We're in a new age.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's a new time.
I apologize. It's all right. Keep going.
Yeah, great. Anyway, this Falkenberg cat, he showed that there was a majority of individuals that were actually using online dating as a means to finding, that perfect someone.
Okay.
Actually have high self-esteem and are very sociable and don't suffer from any type of dating anxiety.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Now I find that a little hard to believe.
Me too. But I'm just saying. That's what Falkenberg said.
That's Peter J. Falkenberg.
I think he's friends with Romney.
He might be lying.
Right.
Okay. Now most people on online dating use online dating as a means to just meet new people because they moved to a new town or they just went through a breakup. Yeah. Because they work long hours, don't have time to actually meet someone. So anyway, let's look at some of the advantages.
Yeah, y'all talk about the advantages. Okay. Because I'm not getting into the advantages. Y'all go ahead.
Y'all pray for Bobby. Pray for him.
Please, I need Jesus through this one.
Anyway, you get a free psychological profile to identify the type of personality you are and what type of personalities work best with you. You learn more about you, like chemistry.com, eHarmony, stuff like that.
Right.
You get to pick that perfect person for you, and you get to choose, height, weight, religious background, body type, similar interests, whether there's a smoker, non-smoker, a drinker, a non-drinker, a killer, a non-killer. It just depends.
That's what I want to say.
Wait a minute. It just depends on what you want. I'm okay with a pedophile. Just check this box.
Oh gosh.
I'm saying so many options.
He said killer, non-killer. That's great. You right though, man. I mean, but then. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We on the advantages. Right? I'm sorry.
You ready to jump in? Right?
I'm ready to go.
I done gave you some ammunition.
Yeah.
You right though. You can just pick what you want.
Yeah.
Filter out what you don't need.
Yeah.
By hitting the box, and everything that you want will pop up. These are your choices.
Now I'm gonna come back to that when we get to the disadvantages, because I got something to say against that myself. But that's what supposedly it was one of the advantages of online dating. There was a study done on 65,000 online daters, and most of them chose individuals similar to themselves, according to authors Andrew T. Fior and Judith Donath, whoever that is. They people that they met on online. That's what it is.
What it is.
Online dating is also believed to be an activity of elimination, and you get to do this without spending any money searching for the right one.
Yeah.
So it's for the cheap cats.
Well,
let's say that.
Yeah.
It's for them cheap fellas.
Yeah.
They get to use online dating.
Yeah.
Let's give kudos to them. Kudos to them. Online, you're not actually basing your opinions on someone's looks alone versus meeting someone in the club, the bar, on the street, at church. There's some good women at the church. That's where you got to meet. If you're actually naturally shy or not outgoing, online dating allows you to meet people in the comforts of your own home.
See? This is advantages, right? I'm just sorry. I don't have a problem.
I mean,
help me.
I can see it as an advantage,
okay,
because you never know. You may get over some of your shyness by doing this. I said you may now. Calm down, Bobby.
Okay.
You're turning colors.
All right.
Just saying, there's a possibility that you could come out of it,
Yeah. Let me see what I see. Okay. I see. What did I see? I mean, I see it like some person sitting at a computer in a dark room, right?
Right.
Typing up. I like somebody with big lips. I like somebody with big head. I like somebody, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And
like Prince.
Like Prince, right? Got glitter both eyes. I'm sorry, right? 5'6". I'm sorry. So here's the deal. I'm trying to figure out
110 all over again.
Because is this advantage really an advantage? Because you don't even know what you're getting.
It is a certain advantage to it, though, Bobby.
All right,
for shy people. I mean, for some guys normally wouldn't approach a beautiful woman. Okay, they'd be sort of like,
they're not in their category. That's why.
No, that's not fair to say that. You can't say that.
For real.
You can't say
that's
that.
That's the ones that ain't approaching beautiful women.
But you can't say that.
Ugly women don't approach beautiful women.
What I'm saying is,
ugly brothers don't approach beautiful women.
I was wondering where you was going.
Wait, I don't care how you want to slice it.
That's not right, because some people are shy. You want to approach them, but some guys are shy. But online dating just gives you a chance to hit them up and see if you'll get a response. If you get a response, they may respond. They may like you.
Now, since we're on that point, you can put any picture you want.
Yes.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I'm telling you, if you
bait and switch, player, bait and switch.
As long as you're not robbing it, you can get a, as long as you're not doing that, you can get a, you get a true response from them.
Yeah.
If it's a true picture, it's a possibility.
I got it. Because everybody got a story.
Yeah.
Everybody got a story.
For you?
Everybody got a story. Everybody got a story of the one guy.
Dude.
Everybody got a story of the one guy.
Back in the day.
I never did.
Because you're pretty passionate about that. Like you might have tried it once or twice.
No, I'm speaking for the people out there that Bobby's thrashing, basically.
Well, I appreciate you.
If anybody in listening earshot saw Eric on,
call us.
Short Brothers Need Love 2 website, please give us a call right now and put him on blast.
I want to talk to Short Brothers
Short Brothers Need Love 2, Women that love brothers that look like Prince.com.
Yes.
Whatever it was.
Yes.
Call in right now.
Yes. Oh man. I mean, I know we own the advantages. Let's go to the disadvantages, bro.
We gotta finish this, man. Let's finish the advantages.
For real. For real. We already know.
It's all good. I only got a couple of points.
Right.
Online dating.
2 points. Good Lord.
Online dating provides you with a variety of people to choose from.
Hey.
It allows you to access individuals in a class that you may not ever have had access to.
Yeah.
Might be a reason for that.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that in a minute. You're gonna have your moment. Online dating allows you to meet people that you already know are single versus someone you meet and see offline.
All right, stop.
And you're trying to figure out whether or not they're single. Now, I don't necessarily disagree with that. You know, I got a question. You know, this Fior and Donith about some of the things that they brought up.
Okay.
You know, as well. So go ahead.
So look. So check it. So let's just say hypothetically, I'm in a class, right, and I see this fine female up front in the class, and I'm too ugly to talk to her. Because I'm a 5 and she's a 9, all right? And I already know that I can't talk to her. So what you saying to me, the advantage is for me to go on online dating site, right? And find her and ask her to be dating me. Now, I got to lie inherently because I'm a 5. She a 9. It ain't going to work. Because as soon as she see me, she going to say, I'm not supposed to be with you because you a 5.
You are twisting this all around. That is not what we're saying, Bobby. Isn't
that right?
No, but first,
I'm a 5. No. She's a 9. I can't even talk to her. I'm too scared to talk to her. I'm shy. I got social problems. And so I go on the internet and I get her on the internet. How that gonna mean that she gonna like me when she see me because I'm 5 foot? She's 6'2". It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Help me.
First of all, you're not going to see her in class and then go online and try to find her.
Yeah, because I'm socially awkward, so I'm going to do that.
I didn't even know she's online.
I'm going to go on Facebook and ask her or something. You know, I'm on a Facebook page and find a picture and tell
Bobby, you've never been shy, so you wouldn't understand.
Okay.
Because you've always been a confident person.
Okay.
So you would never understand. Everybody's not like you, Bobby.
I'm starting to sweat.
I know. I'm about to call the paramedics. This is looking serious. About to be concerned up in this piece.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and a 9 might be okay with a 5. You never know. She just might be because she's been dogged by 9s and 10s and some 11s. So a 5 may just do her right.
Okay.
Can I speak for the 5?
Preach. You can speak for the 5 6s.
That's too good. Speak on it.
I'm talking about the 5s. You know?
There you go. All right. I might be wrong. So 2 5s. Might make a 10. I don't know. But I feel like this. Okay. I apologize, America. If you are 5 and you listening to me and you want to go out and get you a 9, go and get you one.
That's right.
And she can be a killer, a dilla, or whatever you want. Go get you one, all right? Because women is strangling
the gorilla.
Women is strangling brothers till day. So go ahead out there and get you one. So we done with the advantages?
Yeah.
Can we go to the disadvantages, please?
Let's
go.
Now, when it comes to online dating, there is no real verification method. All right, that's one. You know, no real verification method when you are looking at someone's profile.
Stop. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's why it's a disadvantage, because you can't tell what the person you even want is the same person.
Right. It's a game of chance. You're rolling the dice.
Yes.
I understand it. It's a gamble.
Yes.
We understand it.
All right. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You good?
I'm good.
He ain't good.
All right.
Keep it moving.
Now, you're able to see a lot of profiles, but there's no way to verify that
that's the real
what you're saying is the truth.
Yeah.
And lots of people lie on the internet because no one can truly see them. Married men easily state that they are single. And profile photographs could be of entirely different people or have been taken years earlier.
Years ago.
That's a picture of me when I was 16.
Yeah.
I'm much twice that now.
I'm part of
Eric's picture on the West Side Dwarfs Need Love 2 is from junior high when he was 110 pounds. That was a long time ago.
He was wrestling.
Whatever.
And playing football.
I can play football.
Woo!
Yeah, okay.
A part of dating is making sure that you get out of the house, all right?
Yes.
So that you can interact with the world.
Right.
Think about your reasons for dating online. If you're doing it, if you're doing it so because you want to avoid life outside the walls of your home, you might want to reconsider.
There you go.
All right.
There you go. If you're a social misfit, you might. Why are you looking at me like that? You might want to reconsider.
That's just easy.
I'm just saying.
You are not a social misfit.
Don't listen to Bobby.
And somebody out there it's somebody for everybody. Don't you worry about it. For some people, that might be their only option, Bobby.
Okay,
right?
I'm gonna calm down.
That might be their only option.
Let's look at some other disadvantages. All right.
I'm gonna calm down.
Anyone can enhance the truth as much as they want on the internet. Okay, you can do it. Being dishonest is the most commonly known disadvantage of online dating. The net is full of stories about internet liars or dating gone haywire. Some even ended hazardously.
I tried to kill a brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Because one or more of the people involved were dishonest about the information they were revealed. They were crazy.
Yeah. Exactly.
There's some folk crazy online. It really
There's
is.
a lot of crazy. And there's people online for sure that, I know people that have, females that, tried the online thing and they end up meeting guys that seem straight.
Yes.
Seem
when you say
like
straight, what do you mean?
I mean, I'm not talking about seem straight and then they're gay or something like that. I just mean seem like they got their
act together
things. Then they then they just start turning into stars, that type of thing.
Exactly, man. It's a disadvantage, bruh. Because look,
but that can happen if you meet them face to face.
Right,
too.
it can happen either way. But I think the percentage goes way up. It's like blind dating. People don't really do a lot of blind dating. I haven't been privy to people that did a lot of blind dating. But to me, the internet is just another blind date. You know what I'm saying? You really don't know much about that person, and we're gonna test it out.
You know more than you do if it's a blind date.
Right.
You think so? On the internet, you know more.
Well, because you can meet them.
In the blind date set up by a friend,
but you can meet them online, and you don't have to per se buy into whatever they put on their profile.
Right. Oh, I got you.
But you might get far enough to start having some conversation with them.
Right.
Now, if you decide, okay, just because we had one conversation, we're going to meet up.
Right.
That's on you. That's your foolishness.
Yeah, that's true.
You might want to take a minute.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit more. Tell that brother or that sister to go get a webcam so y'all can see each other in your natural habitat.
Right, that is true.
Because they might live out there with the wolves. Seriously,
right.
And then once you go out there and meet him, or her, because she might live with the wolves too, because there's some females out here that kill us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what? My issue is you can't gauge chemistry online. Like chemistry you have between people. So when you do it online, you automatically assume chemistry. You assume that it's going to be okay. And then you end up with a killer. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I just don't think you need to put yourself out there in that kind of position. Because that is like a setup from the neck up, ain't it? Ain't no way. You got to be real crazy to put yourself out there like that. I just wouldn't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just got to figure that out, man. That to me, that is like dangerous.
And like they said, there are serial daters also on these sites that are often on multiple dating sites, and all they want to do is just have fun with whomever they can, and this opened the door for addictions and different things. But you do have a lot of people out there who just stay online just trying to find somebody. Just there's a whole lot of stories on the news or whatever, and even on some like you ever heard of Craigslist? Craigslist, right?
Yeah.
Craigslist is not necessarily a dating site, but they do have a section for it.
Yes.
But the Craigslist killer that was out, going online, meeting girls, and then killing strangling them. Yeah. So it's
Was that you?
It wasn't me. No. I couldn't even reach the neck. So it's not you got to be careful, really, really careful.
Yes.
Out here with online dating.
Yes.
Very extremely careful.
Yeah, exactly.
Another online dating normally advances at a frantic pace, creating a false security due to you knowing a person's life history up front. Right?
whatever they wrote out there anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So you think I know them? I know all about him.
Right.
You know, we connect. We got chemistry because you've seen all this stuff written down.
And you don't rushing into everything.
Yeah.
Thirsty.
Yeah.
What is the
Thirsty, man.
You're rushing into everything and thinking, cause somebody paid you some attention for 2 weeks that the world is yours, and then they all about you. That's not necessarily the case. You better make that sister wait, make that brother wait.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time they talk via text, via chat lines, so you don't even know the person's voice.
Right.
You haven't even heard the voice necessarily.
Yeah.
It's just chatting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's just how we interact with people so much. So we assume a lot of things about a person. And then you finally meet the person and they sound like Donald Duck. And you trying to figure out what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Let's say you don't like a female that talks. You like a female that talks light, more softer. And then you get in there and you with Brazilla.
She look like she talks sweet and petite.
Right. But
she turn around, she like, hey, I didn't think I was ever gonna meet you. Y'all meet at the restaurant. You got some flowers. You order some champagne. She come in. You get up like, oh, you look so beautiful. And she's sitting across the table because she's scared to speak. Right. And then eventually, she got to talk. She just got to say something. She just look at you. I want to tear you apart. You're like, good God.
You sound like your daddy.
What's going on?
Yeah, or that. So that.
Can you tilt your head back? Let's check something.
So you gotta be careful with that. But that voice thing is important.
Man, it's
just
important.
Hearing that voice sometimes it gives you insight on what that person is like. How they talk, the words that they use, the whole 9 yards.
Right.
We'll let you know something. I ain't gonna say it's gonna let you know everything, but it will give you a sense of whether she's sort of soft spoken or if she just hard. If she comes in, what's up, killer? What's up, pimpin'? That's a chick. Something wrong. It'll let you know if they're educated a little bit.
That don't work for me, but that pimping thing might work.
Yeah, she might have switched it up on
What's
you.
up, pimpin'?
But if it's not what
maybe she saw you and said, I'm about to carry this like this my homie because it ain't going nowhere else.
It could be. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But it'll let you know about the connection.
Maybe she was 6'2" and saw you.
Hey, I've had 6'2" women come up to me.
I know that's right, pimpin'.
You know what I'm saying?
Both of y'all. But the issue about,
I can jump up and hold on to their shoulders.
Communication is so important too, man. When you do the online dating, you eliminate the communication process.
Right.
You eliminate that because, I'm not down with the hard talking female. Mm-hmm. I'm looking for something a little more softer than that.
Supple.
But some brothers wanna arm wrestle with their girl. I'm not down with that. I don't want no sister that's trying to, arm wrestle me.
But some females want to arm wrestle.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And, but if that's what you like, you need to put that out there.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like the husky voice.
Well, that's in your profile when you set your profile.
I don't know the husky voice.
Check husky voice. Looking for a husky voice chick.
A husky voice chick from the Ukraine.
18-inch calves.
Let me hear some more of these disadvantages.
All right, hit it, man.
Knowing so much about a person so quickly can also create a
disproportionate.
Something was.
I know you was disproportionate.
I know that word.
Yes, sir.
But what'd you say again?
Disproportionate.
Can't create. I know this word.
Yeah, just skip to the next word. Just skip on.
A disproportionate level of perceived intimacy, therefore causing your perception of the person to be tainted from what's actually factual.
Right,
so a lot of words in that junk, you know what I'm saying? You cannot access.
Too old for hooked on phonics.
You cannot access information about another person without physical, nonverbal cues.
Yes.
Says Dr. Reese Burka. These people.
And New Orleans
psychologists. Okay.
Yeah.
A false sense of intimacy is created when interaction remains purely cognitive or in the mind.
I wrote that for you.
Wow.
Because the cognitive part is all about. Because you know what it is with sisters, right? Especially with ladies that abroad as a whole. If you get their mind, you got them.
Right.
So I can play the little intimacy role. Like I can't wait to ... see you,
right.
you know, and just play that game.
Right.
And then, like Chad said, I could be a stalker.
Right.
But once I grab that intimacy mentally, then they in already. Then you can start saying things like, you know what? I'm having some challenges with my rent.
Right.
You stupid.
You tell me the truth, though.
I need a little help.
Right.
Because once you get them hooked on their mind, they will send you some money. Oh, they will do it. So you just be like, okay, you know, I need this, I need that. Because that's how those con artists get females out there, stretched out, and before you know it, it's getting
I
on.
know some chicks that have married dudes that was in prison. They met them online in prison.
In prison.
Know?
So you think that right up front they said, I'm in prison on lockdown for 50 years. No, that wasn't what they said at first. At first it was like a generic, how you doing? My name is Bobby, and I like, and all that. But then at the end of the day, I'm doing 50 years. Once you get up,
I killed my first wife.
Right. That's exactly how they get them, man.
Right. And they get married. Now I've heard of one story where it had a little happy ending. He got out of prison and they
at least he got
had
out.
a pretty good relationship. But it's only one that I've heard of.
Yes.
The rest of them were just ended disastrously.
Don't you think for a minute that
you know a lot of prisoners?
Don't you think
said it's only one that you heard of? Like you spoke about a lot of stories.
5 or 10 could be a lot of stories, Chad.
Yeah, you're right.
This could be a lot of stories.
I'm just asking how
what I'm
many
saying?
you know. I ain't talking about everybody.
But I'm wondering, like, when you do the online dating and the dude's in jail, what makes you think he's not gonna kill you or strangle you or whatever when he get out?
I mean, he may not be a killer. He could have been in there falsely accused.
Falsely.
Everybody.
Ain't everybody falsely
Could have been a
accused.
white collar crime,
Right.
embezzlement.
Woo! But what if they're using identity theft? What if it's not the real person?
Yeah, that's true too.
Right?
That's the scary part. That's even scary.
Yeah, that's even
scary
scarier.
right there, man.
So you thinking that, because, everybody Googles people, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I got a new name and I come up with a different name and I let you Google me. And then I give you the name and it says all this money and I'm this and I'm that. And I roll with it.
Right.
And then you meet me and I thought your name was Trayvon. No, that's not really my real name.
Right.
But that's the name that my mama gave me. But
Trayvon,
I actually go by this. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So you got to be real careful with that, man.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
that
and then the fees, of course, for the online stuff can add up.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're still looking after a few months have passed. You're just looking. Fees
What is it?
involved.
Is a deadline for the fees or something? I mean,
Well, I know a friend of mine that did some
Friend of yours?
dating.
Okay.
And how his worked was they when they set it up, it was they had the date at lunch. So it was from I guess he paid $600 up front,
$600,
and they guaranteed him 10 dates, and they match you with another person, and they go through this big calibration thing. And he said he had met her down in D.C., and she actually was Muslim. He was not Muslim, but he was open to a lot of different experiences. So all the other things that they had in common, all the other things they had in common was cool, but the religion part, he said that he was open to other things. So his first date, he told me about it. They was down at the restaurant. She walked up with the little head covered and all that, which kind of scared him a little bit, kind of took him back. Because he wasn't ready for that. And then they talked, but she was really a great person. But toward the end of the lunch, she said that she's looking for somebody that was also of a Muslim faith.
Yeah.
But, but that's how he paid the money. So he had 10 more dates. So he had 1 down, 9 to go. See what I mean? But they were compatible on some of the other areas. But the Muslim thing threw him.
He better go change his preferences.
Well, that's what I felt. That's why $600. $600.
That's a lot of money.
That's one wasted date.
That's a wasted. Yeah.
But I mean, but I guess that's how it works because they say. I mean, I have never been on the sites. I've just seen them on there. What's been getting me lately is the Christian dating.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I really want to get into.
Yeah, they got a commercial too. What is it? Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle.
Something like Mingle, whatever. That's the thing that got me.
Well, explain to us.
Because I'm trying to figure out Christian people who believe God is the one that is orchestrating their lives, would go into a crapshoot program. Did I use the wrong word? I probably could have used a better word, crapshoot program. Russian roulette, that kind of crap.
Right.
Because it just puzzles me. And I've heard about Christian women that have thought about doing Christian mingle. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't understand it from just a basic Christian perspective. I don't understand it. You know what I mean? Obviously, there is not a whole lot of biblical or scriptural cases that deal with online internet dating. Right?
None.
But there's a lot of things in the Word of God that deals with it. Mm-hmm. The scripture in Romans 12 that talks about offer your body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God. Uh-huh. So why doesn't that fit for people rather than offering your body to...
Why isn't this addressed in the Bible? Well, you don't think they had some form of internet dating?
Well, in the Bible days, they set it up. It was set up.
Yeah, your stuff was set up, buddy.
So guess what? That's almost internet dating.
Chiseled it in some rock and threw the rock to the next town or something.
No.
Come meet my boo.
Well, generally what happened was they would meet in the marketplace.
Right.
And they would see your daughter. Uh-huh. And their son would see your daughter. Uh-huh. And then they would communicate with the parents.
Right.
So isn't that almost a form of online dating in a sense?
It is because they didn't
they don't talk.
They don't even talk.
Yeah, they don't even talk.
Like, I'm setting you 12 now.
Yeah.
I'm setting this up for you. So when you hit 13, this is going to be your husband.
Exactly.
That's how they set up.
Exactly.
You don't really
I knew Moses was going to know the answer to that question. What happened back when Jesus...
I'm just trying to clarify.
Jesus walked.
That's true, though.
That's true, Kanye.
Jesus
so I think they have to do that. You know what I mean? So there was a form of it to some degree. Yeah. But I don't know if it's necessarily God's perfect plan for Christians to do.
That's tricky. I mean, because I guess I can't say that if a Christian goes online and meets somebody, they connect and they wind up getting married and they fall in love and that's it for them.
Yeah.
I can't say that cannot happen.
Yeah.
Because it can happen.
Yeah.
But I guess I have to look at me coming up.
Yeah.
Biblically, no.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it with Christian men, especially from a woman's perspective, when we talk the thing on let him find you.
Right.
If a woman goes online, are you going online? Are you aggressively searching for a man?
If she's not searching,
right,
and she's just online, she's just making herself available.
Right, that's different.
So she can still let him find her.
Right, if she's making herself available.
Letting us, put herself out there.
Right, but if she's going in there aggressively trying to find men, what's your sign, what you doing, and I like you, and all this type of stuff, then it's like you coming a little bit too hard now, right there. That's so. To me. But so a man going on there, he's looking. But it's almost like, I guess in the church world, we got a venue. You got a big venue to find a Christian woman.
Right.
Just go to church.
Yeah.
Go to another church. Go to a conference. Something like that. They used to tell the women, especially since you shouldn't be out here,
hustling,
right?
Looking real thirsty.
They used to tell that you need to fast, you need to pray, and you need to circulate.
Right.
Which means you got to get out the house, but you got to move around. You got to go to different places so you can be seen.
That's right.
By a man.
What about for the female or the male that can't get out the house? Does that mean that they're not supposed to meet anyone if they can't get out the house? Or maybe they go out from time to time, but they're just not that socially involved or inclined. They don't really know about a lot of things that are going on. Because everybody doesn't want to go to a bar or to a club, or something like that for them to be able to try and meet someone. And do you really want to meet someone in that location anyway?
Right, that's true. That is true.
You can always meet somebody at Walmart.
Always meet somebody at Walmart?
Yeah.
Okay,
well, all I'm saying is that for the most part, just because you have an example of someone that may have tried online dating and it worked for them,
right,
that's not God's stamp of approval. That is God's perfect will for you. You understand what I mean?
You talking about that method, right?
Yeah, just because somebody has a story.
Right.
Because what we're saying is that for every one story, we probably could point to 5 other stories that did not come out that way.
Right.
And when we talked earlier about putting yourself in position to be found. Yeah, if you're going to use this as one of your motives, there's some things you ought to consider before you do it. For a Christian, there are many considerations to be weighed before you get into online dating. One must first determine if it's God's plan. So have you heard from God about this plan that you have? Not your own flesh, I want to go do it because I need somebody to find me. Right? But have you really prayed about it? Right? Is it an act of faith or just something you're experimenting with? Because if it's an act of faith that you feel led by God to do, you're going to be committed to that, wouldn't you not? You wouldn't just have a failure and bounce out. You would be committed to it, not as an experiment. You know, we have to consider like personal holiness, integrity of the heart, inner motives, faith, goals, safety, spirituality. Is there any covering based on who you choosing? Well,
and that being said, with the online dating aspect of it, you're still going to have to communicate with this person.
There you go.
So if all you're doing is basing you meeting up with someone or dealing with them on what you saw online, you know, that's the ignorance of that individual. You know, and that's desperation in itself. You know, to go and do that when you can at least have a conversation. You should have multiple conversations with this individual and ask the serious question. Ask the questions you think might scare that individual off.
I totally agree with that.
And see what happens.
I totally agree with that.
You know, don't ask the questions that are comfortable.
Don't ask the easy questions because haven't you decided to do online dating because you want to really find out if this is a real match?
Exactly.
So ask those hard questions that you won't ask one-on-one. You know what I mean?
And quit being ashamed to do it or scared to do it. It's online.
Yeah, it's online.
But now a key thing that you were saying, Chad, what we were talking about, which is true, that we are in a technology age. Okay, so like what you were saying was true. It's technology. You can use it to spark a little interest, but it can't. Everything cannot be based off of cyber. You know, it can't be based on or you'll be in trouble. You know, so you got to eventually you got to meet that person. You got to pick up the phone and call them to hear their voice, like what we're talking about. You know, because you know, like we're saying, it could be dangerous, and you just don't stop right there. You know?
I think so. And I think also that at some point you've got to decide, and I think I said this before. You've got to decide that this is God's will for you. You know, because if it is God's will for you, then it's something that you're really going to be committed to. I have a problem with people saying that it's God's will, but they're not really sure. You know, they're not really sure, so they're going to experiment with it just to see if it's going to work out for them. To me, that's telling you right up front that that's not really.
And I've always thought too, you know, even though we're in this particular age, sometimes you haven't met who you're supposed to meet or be with because you're not right yourself. So maybe, you know, God hasn't brought this person across your path because you need to work on you, and He's trying to work on you to get to where you need to be so that you're prepared and ready for whoever's supposed to be in your life.
I think you said a good word there, because I think a lot of women that are and a lot of men that are involved in online dating, they're trying, especially Christian men and women, they're trying to jumpstart. They're trying to jumpstart their hunt out there. They're trying to get it going without allowing God to do it.
And that's what it is.
You know,
that's what it is.
You know, because I remember when we used to do testimony services. Remember we used to say, "First giving honor to God who's the head of my life." People, I don't know if people still say that.
Some people still say it. Some people still step that line. You know, goodwill, you're the head of your life.
I often wonder sometimes.
The lady in the church had, you know, she'll do it, especially you go to one of them smaller churches.
For real.
They still do it.
Giving honor to God.
Pastor.
Church family.
Because of the need to spend a lot of time online chatting to establish a relationship, this can very easily become addicting.
Yes.
And you won't even notice it at first because it's exciting, right? But there are a few questions that you can ask yourself to find out if it's becoming a habit. Right. Number one is, am I still spending quality time with God in prayer and devotions? All right.
See, I mean, have you ever sent somebody a message, or have you ever put something on Facebook, and then it's like 30 seconds you get a reply?
Yeah.
And that person's at work. So that makes you wonder.
Right away.
For real.
1 minute.
You know what I mean?
You can't just set your phone up to get a notification now.
I know, right? It's kind of crazy. Like, dude, you replied that quick?
Are you sitting there?
Number 2, am I spending more than an hour or 2 a day online?
If you are, you're addicted.
You're addicted.
Yeah.
Number 3, am I losing sleep or unable to maintain my level of activity due to the tiredness or fatigue? God, you up on all night online.
long.
Yeah.
Online.
Yes, buddy. Trying to find that special one.
Right. Number 4, am I preoccupied with the process to the extent of missing appointments, not returning calls, skipping meetings, or other areas of responsibility, not maintaining other relationships?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Focus, man.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sounds like you want something more than on. The online has become your crack.
Yeah.
But see, I think
You're
I
right.
think a lot of people that have resorted to, and I use the word resort as a means to an end. You know what I mean? They tried the other side. Their next and last resort is online dating.
Right.
Because, I mean, there is no more Flintstone days where you just go grab your woman and bring them in the house.
But not.
Get in the head with a club,
Right.
throw over your shoulder.
Those people are called serial killers. So I think you have to understand, once you go to this
We'll say
this
killers like 12
resort,
times.
I know, man, because I wanted to get it out there for real. You know, because I just think sometimes you can spend a whole lot of energy wasting your time.
Right. And last one here is, am I open to being accountable for time spent on the dating online?
Yes.
You know, somebody getting on you, telling you, you spend a little too much time on there.
Well, I think also if a Christian person will bring this up to 2 or 3 other mature people, mature people in the Lord, and talk about it. And if they agree that it's something that we should do, then maybe through prayer and meditation you can decide to do it. But don't do it like Lone Ranger,
Right.
and just go on your own and do it, because I think you could kind of miss the boat.
But let's touch on real quick. Just some. At least if you're going to do online dating, everybody needs to be safe first and foremost. So that's what we need to. We need to kick some things out there to the people so that they know to be safe.
Right.
If they're going to be doing this online dating thing, definitely arrange to meet them. And when you meet somebody for the first time, never allow your date to pick you up from your home.
Come on.
Ooh.
Right.
In fact, your date shouldn't even know your home address yet.
Right.
For real.
That's right.
Pick
that's
me
right.
up at my. That's
Ain't no way.
That's a whole nother level of intimacy, right?
Another level.
Yeah.
Come on to the house.
Number 2, meet in a public place. All right. For a first meeting, always meet in a public place where other people are in close proximity. All right. You may also want to consider going out with a group of people or
Yes.
a double date.
There you
yes,
go.
for sure. Don't go out with no joke.
Go Dutch by paying half of the bill. It's always respectful
Yes.
for a man to offer to pay the bill.
Right.
Unfortunately, some men ruin the gesture by expecting something in return. So this is your online dating tip. Go Dutch.
That's right.
Keep it straight.
That way he won't be expecting nothing.
Limit that brother's expectations, because he don't know what he has going
That's
on.
right.
And he trying to put that pressure on you.
That's right.
Remember that alcohol affects your judgment.
That's right.
So if you're trying to get your buzz on and then you end up slipping,
Oops.
and then he end up slipping. Banana peels everywhere. No telling where that brother end up. Watch out!
Especially on your first date.
So anyway, keep the drinking down on your first date, especially, and maintain, some level of sanity,
Soberness, sobriety.
Right.
so that you know what you're doing. You don't want to be outside of yourself where your
Yeah.
inhibitions drop, and you begin to do some things that you might later have regrets.
Right.
Because do they still use the date rape drug?
No, roofies.
Roofies and stuff like that? You sound like that. Well, that fell out your mouth like.
This fell out, didn't it?
Hey,
Excuse me.
only 5 or 6 times.
I was like, the date rape drug. He said the roofie. Okay, cool.
I've researched and talked to some folks about it.
Yeah,
just so that they would know going out and they wouldn't be taken advantage of.
For
Because you got to watch yourself whenever especially at clubs. You walk off, leave your drink sitting there. It don't take but a second for a brother to come out and go boop, and drop something in there, and then just wait
And
for a
watch you
minute
the
and
whole
count
time.
down like, she ready, y'all ready? You know, you wake up somewhere you don't want.
Right. I left something somewhere.
Exactly.
Good lesson right there, Chad.
So you better use your own transportation.
Yeah, use your own transportation, all right? Provide your own transportation to your public meeting place and make sure you have more than enough gas.
Fill it up.
Fill it up. That's right.
Don't assume that a man is safe. It's important never to let your guard down. Never. I tell my daughter that all the time. Never let your guard down.
Right.
Look that joker square in his eyes. Never assume a man is safe just because he claims to be religious,
Right.
Pastor Deacon Dr. Doug, or a gentleman. Because he opened the door for you, don't give him no points.
Right.
Nah, keep that joker right in front of you. Don't trust him at all.
Avoid secluded areas. Definitely want to do that. Remember to stay in a public place, especially on your first date, in order to avoid secluded areas such as parks and things of that nature.
Right. Listen to your gut, all right? If something doesn't feel right,
I had a feeling.
it probably isn't. And if you haven't met him before, and you know at the beginning of the date that something doesn't feel right, then leave immediately. Get up out of there.
When you had that moment when you say, I knew she was crazy.
Yeah.
Cut her loose.
So you got to go to the bathroom.
I got to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Take your stuff.
Matter of fact, don't even take all your stuff into the spot.
Yeah.
Take your key.
Right.
Keys, your key. That way when you get up, don't take your purse in. That way when you have to excuse yourself,
Yes.
he doesn't know when you come back. Don't text him. Don't answer the phone. None of the above.
Right.
Always let someone else know where you're going.
Yeah, that's huge.
major.
Be sure someone knows where you're going and who you'll be with. You might even consider arranging a time to call and check in. Everything's good. Everything's good.
Right.
Come get me because this brother is crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that's a better way to do it.
And ladies, with that being said as well, I just wanted to add one thing. On your first date, especially if it's somebody that you met online or something like that, don't try to dress overly sexy on your first date to go out and meet this individual. You're definitely sending the wrong signal right off the break.
Right.
As a matter of fact, if you have some jeans or something like that you can put on, because you're actually going to be a little bit safer. It's a lot harder to get some jeans off and get up in you than it is to pull up a skirt.
There you go. That makes sense. That's just practical application right there.
Right. That's right.
Yeah. Also, I think don't give out your cell phone number.
No, give your cell phone number.
You know, I said no. I know it say give, but I say don't. I say this. Look, you know when you start texting and having conversation with folks online, they got your number from that point on. Because the texts have the numbers on them.
You can get that blocked though, Bobby.
I just think, man, that's scary to me.
Yeah, I wouldn't give out my home number, definitely.
Yeah, no home numbers though.
You know,
I'm scared
but
of
if
all
they, if
that.
they
But
gotta have a
that
number,
very few people have a home number now.
I chat
Yeah.
online.
Yeah.
Online strictly. Until I know this is for real, I online. Holla at
and
me.
this is a
Facebook.
major one right here too, man.
It's the message.
This is major.
AOL.
Shut up, Bobby.
Yahoo. Because you're not getting my number, dog.
Always remain alert, even if you're having a blast and the chemistry is just popping.
Yeah.
It's a good idea to remain alert the whole evening.
Yeah,
all
definitely.
Make sure you have a cell phone on you. Drive safely is very important. In the initial stages of the dating and online dating, you are still getting to know someone you know very little about. By creating a safe environment to know the person, you're creating a better situation for yourself. That's major right there.
Very
You
major.
know?
Very major.
Absolutely.
Very major. All right, man. We're going to hit the mailbox. Let's hit the mailbox
Let's hit
question.
the mailbox
Yeah.
question. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
let's hit the mailbox
Let's hit it.
question.
Let's hit it.
Before we get out of here.
All right.
All right. The mailbox question is, women say they are looking for a man who will respect them and treat them nicely. But when this type of guy approaches them, they give him the cold shoulder. They let the thug-looking guy with swag approach them, and they all over it. So what's the deal? Terrence from D.C.
Cash from D.C.
So the good dude can't get no burn, but the swagged out thug brother, holla at me.
Terrence, do you look like a frog? That's all I want to say. Because it might not have nothing to do with that woman. She might just not like how you look, player. It ain't got nothing to do with how you gonna treat her. She might not be attracted to you. That could be a problem.
Chad, be nice. Be nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Be nice.
I was just trying to say something.
All right.
Well, we keep it real.
Cold shoulder don't always mean that she looking for the thugged out brother. This might mean she's not looking for you.
But I'm gonna tell you this, Terrence, like this though. You know, some girls. It depends on the maturity level of the female.
There you go.
She gonna want that thug guy because that's what she's seeing out here now in society, and she see everybody else going. So she think it's cool to have that guy with one side of his head parted, and another one out. You know, that's sort of in his pants hanging down, just looking.
You ain't got to be
retarded.
all that to be a thug.
I'm just.
Terrence might be a marshmallow.
You right. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you look for. But what's gonna happen, Terrence? What's gonna happen? Eventually, as she matures, she gonna look back and say, "Terrence was a nice guy, and I blew it." That's what happens a lot of times. They
that
look
ain't
back.
helping Terrence with the woman that he won't.
Can I help Terrence? Let me help Terrence.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to help Terrence now.
Terrence, I'm sorry.
Trying to help you where you are, Terrence. Okay, right now where you are, don't look at her. Leave her alone. All right, you just keep doing what you're doing, and eventually, you know, you're gonna run across the right woman that's gonna be for you. You know, or either she'll come to her senses one day. You know, or you know, maybe she's just not attracted to you. I'm putting it very nicely. You know?
Well, and the other thing is,
If you look like a frog, I ain't gonna put it nice. Eric and Bobby gonna put it nice. I'ma just tell you what it is right now.
but he didn't say he looked like a frog.
He didn't say that, but all I'm saying is don't assume that it's the
Well,
female
that's what I
issue.
wanted to say, because why is he assuming that the good-looking guy don't have swag? Because good-looking guys have swag. You understand what I'm saying?
Maybe
the guy that treats him nice has swag. That is the swag.
Right.
So why is he giving swag to the thug, but don't see his own swag as a good-looking guy? Maybe the problem is how Terrence sees himself.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Terrence
so-
sounds like he has some self-esteem issues.
So all I'm saying is, Terrence, all you got to do is recognize that your respect that you show and being nice is your swag.
Chest out, son.
That is your swag.
Yeah.
And then this part B of the question is, how you know that she likes the guy that's a thug? Is you stalking? I mean, I'm just wondering.
Hey, thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. But Terrence,
Eric looking at me like I'm on me, like I'm mean about this joint.
yeah, man. Hey, just do you, man. Do you. And if she don't like you, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
And quit following her to the club, standing across on the other end of the club,
Right.
watching, seeing what she's
Seeing
doing.
if she like a thug.
Cause she talking to what you consider
Consider.
the thug guy with some swag. He just might be the fella that had the nerve to go up and approach her at that time. So she was engaging him in conversation. May not have had any romantic interest in him at all.
Right.
Or definitely not interested in him
true.
for a long-term relationship.
That's true.
Maybe you need to step your game up, player,
And then
and go say something.
when she saw you, you might not have been her type. Period.
Right. You know.
I mean, there's women out there that like men that's 5'6". Not many, but there's women out there that like men that's 5'6". That's just the facts of life.
It's a good thing no 5'6" guys in this room.
I know that's the truth.
Because I'm 5'6" and 3/4.
Yes, sir. And you swagged out, dog.
Right.
I'm swagged out, baby.
You swagged
Swagged out.
You swagged out,
I'm
dog.
over the top swag.
Over the top swag. Rocking your orthopedic shoes and everything.
Woo! All right.
And it's Bill Cosby sweater, you doing it. Swag
I'm
out.
making it do what it
Swag
Make it
out.
do what it do.
All right, man. Let's hit the contest, man. Let's hit the contest. Who's up first on the contest? Eric, you got it, man. Let's
we
hit
got
the
a contest? Oh, okay.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah, we've
All
been
right.
here when we
Yes, sir. Check it out. Check it out. We got this new contest in place, y'all.
It ain't
Like this
new.
contest
It's
is
the same
It's the
contest
same
we
contest,
all
right? Okay, but it's hot though. So listen up, all right?
It's hot.
Like you must be a follower of the show to qualify for this contest. So go to the www.spreaker.com. All right, website. Sign up with the email address. Type in "off the cuff" in the search box, and then click on the follow button. That will make you a part of the OTC University family. We will be choosing a winner each week, and that winner will be put into a drawing to win a $50 Visa gift card. Now, if we call your name as one of the weekly winners, you have 1 week from the day we call your name to respond.
Call us.
We do not hear from you within the week, you forfeit your eligibility to win the $50 Visa gift card, but you still qualify for the grand prize drawing now.
Yeah.
We will be choosing the winners of the $50 Visa gift card every first Sunday of the month. But hold on. Stop right there, doggone it. There's even more to this contest. Chad's gonna come tell you about the big surprise. Take it away, little Chad.
I'm just gonna tell you a little something. Let me tell you a story. Yes, how I got now every 3 months, all of the Visa gift card winners will be put into a drawing to have an opportunity to be a guest host on the show with Men of Off the Cuff. Now look, now check this out now. Y'all know how we roll. You know we're gonna keep it real, so if your skin is thin, then you probably don't want to win. Alright?
If your skin is thin, just make it up on your head.
I'm talking about if your skin is thin, you probably don't want to win. Because you know how we go up in here. Yeah. So anyway, be ready to keep it off the cuff if you want to come on to this show. You know, because we're going to keep it 100. Our first grand prize winner will be chosen November 4th. So that is the week of the election. Y'all keep that in mind. And I want to tell you that again. Challenge your friends to get registered to vote. Go out and help some people register to vote as well, since now that I just mentioned that. All of our past winners, of course, from the last contest will also be eligible and put into the drawing for this upcoming drawing as well. So I think this is going to be fun. I can't wait to get one of our listeners.
All right, we got a winner now, right?
We got a winner
chosen.
You got a winner, okay?
All right, go ahead.
All right. Not hit on the table.
He beating on the table.
Man, read the name.
All right, the winner here is Dana Chosen Williams.
That's her middle name?
I think that's a spiritual middle name.
Oh,
She said she's chosen.
Yeah, Dana Chosen Williams. Yeah, I think that's a
Chosen
spiritual.
to do what?
Well, it must be a spiritual connotation to
it's
it.
the Holy Spirit.
Dana Chosen Williams, hit us up. All
Holla
right,
at us, Dana.
holla at your boys.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds good. Holla at us, Dana.
Yeah.
Stop being funny now. Hit us up.
Since you were chosen.
You chosen.
Chosen.
You said it.
The
You
chosen
spoke it
one.
into existence.
The
Yes, you
chosen
did.
one.
Dana Chosen
Chosen.
Williams.
She said, I've been chosen to be on the Men of Off the Cuff.
All right, so man, hey, let's get out of here, bro. So with that said,
Yeah.
see you back here next week.
Same time.
Same place, right?
Yeah.
So what we gonna do? We gonna what?
Same back channel.
Well, we keep it real.
Yeah.
And got glitter all on it. And God knows. And God loves it.
We out. We
I
out.
told
We
you where
out.
this glitter was from.
Man, stop it. We
Told
know
you
where it
glitter
was from.
Told you where it was from. Try it.
Know what you said.
This is God ordained. Get in position, cause we on a mission, fulfilling this vision, releasing contention in this God we praise. The one who keeps us from falling, receiving this faultless. Who that man is awesome. You see, it's every day we celebrate. Right now it's time for us to elevate. So get your hands up, cause Hosanna's great. And see, they call it off the cuff because we tailor-made.
Off the cuff,